My name is Seth McIntyre, and I'm going to be speaking to you on Perovskite, and specifically its use in solar cell technology. Perovskites have been around for many years. They've been well known as a mineral since about the 1800s when they were first discovered by Lev Perovsky in Russia. Its first use in solar cell technology was in about 2009. And its use was to try and produce more efficient solar cells. When it was first introduced, perovskites showed about a 4% efficiency rate in light absorption. But the reason why they're so exciting in the use of solar cell technology is the rapid rate at which they've increased efficiency in the last few years. They went from about 4% efficiency rates to about 22% efficiency rates in 2017. So in that short amount of time, they've shown that huge jump in efficiency, which is a more rapid gain in efficiency than other technologies such as silicone, which are used in most of the solar cell technology that we have today. The other reason why perovskite is so promising because it also offers a more efficient production process than your typical solar cells, as well as a very thin type of a very thin type of solar cell. We're talking solar cells that are as thick as your fingernail, and they're flexible too. So it definitely helps the ability to use solar cells in different applications, and it's looking as if it could be the solar cell technology of the future. Perovskite solar cell technology, they absorb light much the same way that silicone absorbs light. They absorb the sun's energy, and they turn that into electricity, and then that electricity can power buildings or whatever. The benefits and the strengths of perovskite is that it's very easy to produce synthetically in a lab too. Just because it's a naturally occurring mineral doesn't mean that it can't be produced synthetically and mass produced in a factory. It's also able to absorb light over a wider array of light wavelengths, which different types of solar cells, they can only really absorb like one type of light wavelength, and so it kind of limits the amount of energy that can be absorbed in different areas of the country or on different days and things like that. Some of the weaknesses that perovskite has that they are trying to get past, and it looks like they are starting to get past it, is it's very sensitive to moisture. When it was first introduced, they were able to show how thin a solar cell was able to be produced using perovskites, and it showed though it was very, very thin, it had a very, very short lifespan because it degraded quickly under moisture. And then the other weakness that perovskite has is that compared to silicone type solar cells that have been around since the 60s and 70s, perovskite is not well tested. We don't know exactly how long the lifespan is of this type of solar cell. It does show characteristics, and is beginning to show characteristics that it could last for a long period of time, but we're just not sure about it long term quite yet. And so there's a little bit of people are reluctant to use it quite yet because of the other type of solar cell technologies. They've kind of been tried and true, and so the nice thing about perovskite though is that as with other type of solar cells, is it does offer green energy.